Welcome to Top Liberty Coins, your ultimate destination for discovering the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we're talking about one of the most fascinating and often overlooked coins in American history, the 1976 Lincoln cent, also known as the 1976 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it looks like any ordinary 1-cent coin. But beneath its copper surface lies a story of history, rarity, and surprising value. Some collectors have valued rare 1976 pennies as high as $787.99. Yes, nearly $800 for a single cent. So, how did a common penny become so valuable? Let's uncover its history, minting secrets, and collector demand in 15 deep parts. A brief history of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin quickly became an American classic, featuring Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and wheat ears on the reverse, known as the wheat penny. By 1959, the reverse design changed to the Lincoln Memorial, marking a new era for the penny. Fast forward to 1976, the U.S. celebrated its bicentennial, the 200th anniversary of American independence, and the Lincoln cent continued as a symbol of national pride. The year 1976, America's bicentennial celebration, and the year 1976 was special, a year of fireworks, parades, and patriotic pride. Every coin minted that year carried historical meaning, celebrating 2 centuries of freedom. Although special bicentennial designs were made for the quarter, half dollar, and dollar, the Lincoln cent kept its usual design. But that doesn't mean it's ordinary. Collectors treasure 1976 pennies because they were part of this symbolic year, connecting them to a once-in-a-lifetime historical event. Design details of the 1976 Lincoln PNY. The obverse of the 1976 Lincoln cent features the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln, with the word Liberty to the left and the year 1976 to the right. Above Lincoln's head is the national motto, "In God We Trust." On the reverse, we see the Lincoln Memorial, a powerful image of unity and democracy, along with the words, United States of America, e pluribus unum, and the denomination, 1 cent. This design carries both artistic beauty and patriotic symbolism, making it beloved among collectors. Mint marks and where they were made. 1976 Lincoln cents were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark; Denver Mint, marked with a small d; San Francisco Mint, marked with an S. Mostly proof coins. Each mint produced millions of these coins, but not all are equal. Coins with mint errors, proof finishes, or in exceptional condition can be worth far more than face value. Metal composition and items. The 1976 Lincoln cent was made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving it that rich reddish-brown color collectors love. This composition continued until 1982, when the U.S. Mint switched to mostly zinc coins because copper became too expensive. That means the 1976 cent is among the last true copper pennies, which adds to its desirability and value. How many were made? Over 8.3 billion 1976 Lincoln cents were struck, but that doesn't mean they're all the same. Most of them have worn out or disappeared from circulation. Finding one in mint state condition, shiny, untarnished, and untouched, is increasingly rare today. That rarity drives up demand among collectors who want perfect examples from every mint. Collector grades and conditions. Coin collectors grade Lincoln cents on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS 70. A worn coin may only be worth 1 cent, but a flawless MS 67 red penny can be worth hundreds of dollars. Color also matters. Red, RD, coins are bright and shiny. Red-brown, RB, show some aging, are fully toned and darkened. A bright, untouched 1976 RD Lincoln cent can easily sell for premium prices. Error coins were the real money issuers where it gets exciting. Mint errors. Some 1976 Lincoln cents have striking mistakes such as double die obverse, letters or numbers doubled, center strikes, broad strikes, or clipped planchets. Repunched mint marks. Such coins can sell from $50 to over $787.99, depending on rarity and condition. Collectors hunt for these errors because they represent unique pieces of minting history. Proof coins and special strikes. Proof coins from San Francisco Mint, S, were struck with mirror-like surfaces and sharp details. These were not for circulation, they were made for collectors. A perfect 1976 S-proof Lincoln Cent graded PR70 deep cameo can fetch hundreds of dollars at auction. These coins shine like tiny mirrors and are among the most beautiful coins of the 1970s. Market trends and value in 2025. As of now, the current market value of a 1976 Lincoln Cent depends on grade, color, and mint mark. Common circulated examples are worth 1 to 3 cents, but rare mint state coins, especially those with errors or proofs, range from $25 to $787.99 or more. Online marketplaces like eBay, heritage auctions, and PCGS show steady demand, with values slowly increasing as copper coinage becomes more collectible. Why collectors love the 1976 PNN? Why collectors are drawn to the 1976 penny not just for its rarity but for its meaning. It represents the spirit of America's bicentennial, the end of the copper era, and the lasting image of Abraham Lincoln. It's a small coin with a massive legacy, a symbol of history you can hold in your hand. How to identify valuable 1976 pennies? To check if your 1976 penny could be valuable, examine it under bright light or a magnifier. Look for mint marks, check for doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual marks. Observe its color. Bright red is best. Compare it to professional grading photos from PCGS or NGC. If you find a coin with strong luster and no wear, get it graded. You might be holding a small fortune. How to sell or invest in Lincoln Cents? If you have a valuable 1976 Lincoln Cent, you can sell it thrift bay coin auctions, professional coin dealers, coin shows and conventions, grading services like PCGS, NGC, or ANACS. Investing in Lincoln Cents can be a great way to build long-term value. Always store them in protective holders and keep them away from moisture or fingerprints. Final thoughts and channel message. Every coin tells a story, and the 1976 Lincoln Cent tells the story of a nation celebrating its past while stepping into the future. A coin worth 1 cent at birth can now be worth hundreds of dollars, all thanks to collectors who value history, beauty, and rarity. If you enjoyed learning about this amazing penny, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more coin stories and market updates only on Top Liberty Coins. Your next coin could be worth more than you think. Keep searching, keep collecting, and keep the history alive. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most talked about pennies among collectors, the 1977 Lincoln Cent, also known as the Denver Mint Lincoln Penny. This humble 1-cent coin might look ordinary at first glance, but some varieties of this coin have shocked the market by selling for hundreds and even thousands of dollars, with some valuations reaching up to $787.98 and beyond, depending on rarity, grade, and unique features. Let's uncover every detail about this amazing penny, from its origin and minting process to hidden errors, grading secrets, and today's market value. The birth of the 1977 PNN. Why the 1977 Lincoln Penny was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the most productive mints in the United States. In that year, more than 4.1 billion Lincoln Cents were produced, a massive number. However, within that ocean of copper coins, a few rare examples stood out due to their exceptional condition, minting errors, and unique strikes. Each of those exceptional pieces has become a treasure in the hands of collectors. Design HISTOR. Why the 1977 penny carries the classic Lincoln Memorial design created by Victor David Brenner, first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. On the obverse, or front side, you'll find the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, along with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the year 1977. Just below the date, the small D mint mark stands proudly, showing it was made in Denver. The reverse side features the Lincoln Memorial, with the words, "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and 1 cent, simple yet iconic, a design that remains a favorite among coin lovers. Metal composito. In the 1977 Lincoln Cent was made primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving it a distinctive reddish-brown color when new. This was one of the last few years before the U.S. Mint changed the composition to a copper-plated zinc planchet in 1982. Because of its higher copper content, each 1977 cent also has a metal melt value higher than later pennies, adding to its collectible appeal. Minting details. Produced in Denver, Colorado, this coin saw high-speed minting with advanced Dies for mass production, however, the large quantity also meant more chances for mint errors, which is where things get truly exciting for collectors. Some 1977 D cents were struck off-center, had double dies, or were produced using worn dies that created unusual features, all making them potentially very valuable. Rare error varieties. Now let's talk about error coins, the real gems in the 1977 D Lincoln series. Some of the most valuable varieties include double die obverse, DDO, where Lincoln's features or the lettering appear doubled, double die reverse, DDR, doubling seen on the Lincoln memorial or inscriptions, where part of the design is missing because the coin was not centered during striking, clipped planchet errors, coins that appear with a bite taken out of the edge. Each of these errors can increase a coin's value dramatically, sometimes to hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Grading and condition condition plays a huge role in determining how much your 1977 D penny is worth. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, all the way to mint state, MS 70. A coin in circulated condition might be worth only its face value, but an uncirculated example with full luster and no scratches can easily fetch $10, $25, or even $100 plus. Grading services like PCGS and NGC provide professional evaluation, and high-grade examples with unique errors have sold for hundreds of dollars. Auction RECRDS. Over the years, several 1977 D pennies have made headlines in coin auctions. For instance, high-grade specimens in MS 67 red condition have sold for over $700. A few special error coins have reached even higher values, depending on the buyer's interest and rarity. In some private collector markets, pristine or dramatic error coins have fetched over $787.98, and in some cases, even above $1,000. How to identify a valuable ONE? So how can you tell if your 1977 D penny is valuable? To look for strong, full strike, clear details in Lincoln's hair and the memorial steps. No wear or scratches, bright red luster is best, mint errors, doubling, off-center designs, or die cracks. High-grade certification, coins graded MS 65 or higher are very desirable. Examine your coin under a magnifying glass or microscope. A small detail could make a huge difference. The historical significance beyond its monetary worth. The 1977 D Lincoln cent represents a time in American history when inflation, copper prices, and coin production were changing. It was part of the pre-1982 copper era, and that makes it special, a last chapter before the US switched to cheaper materials. Every 1977 penny tells a story, from the mint floor to the pockets of millions of Americans. Collector demand collectors love 1970s Lincoln cents because they're affordable to start with, yet filled with opportunities for rare finds. The 1977 D is one of the more interesting dates because it combines a high mintage with hidden rarity, meaning that among billions of coins, only a few are truly exceptional. This combination of common appearance and rare treasure keeps demand high. Market trends. As of today, the market for Lincoln cents remains strong. The 1977 D penny, when found in top condition, continues to rise in collector interest. Online marketplaces like eBay and heritage auctions often show listings between $5 to $800 depending on grade and error. With rising metal values and historical nostalgia, experts believe prices could climb even higher in the future. How to preserve your PNNY? If you have a shiny or rare 1977 D penny, protect it. Keep it in a plastic coin holder or airtight capsule to prevent oxidation. Never clean your coin. Cleaning can destroy its natural patina and reduce its value. Handle coins only by their edges and store them in a cool, dry place. Fun facts. Did you know? The average life of a penny in circulation is about 25 years, but copper pennies like the 1977 D can last much longer. The D mint mark is one of the most recognizable in U.S. history. Lincoln is the first real person ever featured on a U.S. coin. These fun details add depth to every coin collector's story. Conclusion and call to action. And so, as we've seen, the 1977 D Lincoln penny might just be a small copper coin, but it holds big potential for history lovers and collectors. From its rich past to its growing market value, it's a reminder that even the smallest piece of metal can carry incredible worth. If you have a 1977 D penny, take a closer look. Who knows? You might be holding a coin worth $787.98 or more. Thanks for watching Top Liberty Coins, where every coin has a story and every story brings you closer to treasure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow coin enthusiasts, and stay tuned for our next deep dive into another rare and valuable coin from U.S. history. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most talked about coins in American numismatic history, the 1977 Lincoln cent, a small piece of copper that could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars if you have the right one. Stay tuned till the very end because we'll reveal the top errors, rare varieties, and the true market value that can reach up to $787.96 or more. The birth of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln cent made its first appearance in 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person and quickly became one of the most popular coins in circulation. By 1977, the penny had already seen decades of history, but this particular year hides some amazing secrets. What makes the 1977 penny special? The 1977 Lincoln penny looks ordinary, a copper coin with Lincoln's portrait and the word Liberty. But collectors know that within these pennies lie rare die varieties, minting errors, and pristine conditions that turn a simple cent into a small fortune. If you check your old jars or coin rolls, you might be holding a hidden treasure without realizing it. Design details of the 1977 PNNY. The obverse of the coin shows Abraham Lincoln facing right, the word Liberty on the left, and the date 1977 on the right. Above his head, we see the proud motto, "In God We Trust." On the reverse, we have the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, along with the words, United States of America, and 1 cent. It's simple, elegant, and holds a century of American pride. Composition and metal value. The 1977 Lincoln cent is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, each coin weighs about 3.11 grams, and the metal itself is already worth more than 1 cent. In today's market, the copper content alone makes it valuable, and if it's a rare version, that value can multiply instantly. The mint locations and mint MRKs. In 1977, the pennies were minted in 3 major locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; San Francisco, S mint mark. Proof coins. Each mint has its own unique story and potential for rare collector variations. Rare varieties and errors. This is where things get exciting. Some 1977 pennies have double die obverse, DDO, where letters like Liberty or In God We Trust appear. Double dot strikes, where the image is not fully stamped. Clipped planchets, where part of the metal is missing. Die cracks and lamination errors, which are loved by error coin collectors. One of these could make your penny worth hundreds of dollars instantly. The rare 1977 D error CNS coins from the Denver Mint often have some of the most collectible errors. A 1977 D penny with strong doubling or a high-grade MS condition can sell for anywhere between $100 and $700, depending on rarity. In fact, one pristine example graded MS 67 red sold for over $787.96, an incredible price for a 1 cent coin. Proof coins from SANFRANCSCO. The 1977 S-Proof Lincoln cent was specially made for collectors. These coins were struck with polished dies, creating a mirror-like surface. If you find one still in its original mint packaging or in a flawless PR70 condition, it could be worth $100 to $300, and sometimes even more at auction. How to identify a valuable PNNY. When checking your coins, use a magnifying glass or coin microscope. Look for sharp, clear doubling on the letters, clean surfaces with no scratches, strong red color with full luster, original mint shine. The cleaner and rarer your coin, the higher its market price. Market value and price RNG. Now let's talk about current market values. As of this year, collectors are paying circulated 1977 pennies around 1 to 10 cents, uncirculated MS 65, between $10 and $50. Rare errors or high grades, $100 to $787.96 or more. Some special cases in auctions have even touched the $1,000 mark depending on condition and certification. How to sell your 1977 PNNY. If you have a rare or high-grade coin, you can sell it through eBay or Etsy coin auctions, professional coin dealers, numismatic shows, or grading companies like PCGS and NGC for official certification that a certified coin will always get a higher price in the collector's market. The history behind the value. The value of the 1977 penny isn't just about rarity, it's about history. This coin represents an era before inflation changed the metal content of coins. Every 1977 cent is a piece of American legacy, a memory of copper currency and the spirit of Lincoln himself. Tips for coin collectors. Here are some quick tips from Top Liberty Coins. Always handle coins by the edges, not the surface. Store them in airtight holders or albums. Avoid cleaning coins, it reduces value. Learn about mint marks and varieties. Watch our channel for updates on rare finds and new discoveries. Conclusion and call TOACT. And so there you have it. The full story of the 1977 Lincoln cent, from its creation to its hidden fortune. Next time you check your change, remember, that little copper penny could be a $787.96 treasure waiting to be discovered. If you love coin hunting, collecting, and learning the real value of old coins, don't forget to subscribe to Top Liberty Coins, hit the like button, and share this video with your friends who might have a rare coin hiding at home. Stay tuned for more amazing episodes about rare coins, minting mysteries, and valuable finds. This is Top Liberty Coins, signing off, where every coin has a story, and every story shines like copper. Today, we dive into the legendary Lincoln penny, one of the most iconic coins ever made. The story of the Lincoln cent begins in 1909, when the United States Mint released it to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and it forever changed coin design. The very first version, known as the 1909 VDB Lincoln cent, became famous not only for its beauty but also for a tiny set of letters on the bottom of the reverse, VDB, the initials of its designer Victor David Brenner. Those initials caused controversy, and that controversy made this coin a collector's dream. The VDB mystery and controversy. When collectors noticed the designer's initials on the bottom of the coin, critics said they were too large and looked like advertising. The mint reacted quickly, removing the initials completely. Later that same year. As a result, the 1909 VDB penny, struck in San Francisco, became extremely rare. Only 484,000 pieces were minted before the change, making it one of the most valuable Lincoln cents ever made. Today, in top condition, this coin can sell for thousands of dollars, even crossing $3,000 to $5,000 depending on the grade. The early years 1910 to 1930. During the early 1900s, the Lincoln penny was made mostly of 95% copper, with the familiar wheat ears on the back, leading collectors to call it the wheat cent. Through these years, subtle design changes and mint marks tell fascinating stories about U.S. history, the wars, the Depression, and the power of a single cent to carry hope. Some rare early pennies from the 1910s and 1920s are now worth hundreds or even thousands to coin hunters. The rare 1922 no-D penny. One of the most mysterious Lincoln cents ever discovered is the 1922 no-D penny from Denver. The D mint mark accidentally disappeared from the die during striking, leaving coins with no mint mark at all. This error made it a national sensation among collectors. A clear, well-struck 1922 no-D cent can sell for over $1,000, and some in high mint state condition have reached over $10,000 at auction. Wartime changes. The 1943 steel penny. In 1943, during World War II, copper was needed for ammunition and equipment. So, the U.S. Mint switched to zinc-coated steel for 1 year. The result was a silver-gray penny that looked more like a dime than a cent. Collectors loved it, and it became an instant piece of wartime history. But a few 1943 copper pennies were struck by mistake, and those are now worth over $100,000 each. Post-war pennies. 1944 and 1958. After the war, copper returned. The familiar wheat reverse stayed until 1958, when the memorial reverse replaced it in 1959. But hidden among these decades are small differences, double dies, repunched mint marks, and toning errors, that make some coins worth hundreds. Collectors still search for the 1955 double die penny, with doubled letters so bold they can be seen without a magnifying glass. That coin alone can sell for $1,500 to $15,000, depending on condition. The 1959 memorial design change. In 1959, to honor 150 years since Lincoln's birth, the reverse of the penny changed to show the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. For the first time, you could see two Lincolns on one coin, his portrait on the front, and a tiny image of him sitting in the memorial on the back. This design lasted for 50 years. Until 2008. Collectors still prize early memorial cents, especially proof versions and error strikes. The 1960 small date versus large date mystery. In 1960, a subtle difference in the date font created two versions, the small date and large date Lincoln cents. This sparked massive coin roll hunting across America. Collectors were eager to find both types, especially from the Denver Mint. Today, rare proof versions and pristine small date examples can sell for hundreds of dollars in perfect condition. The 1970s and the double die era. In the 1970s, a few stunning double die coins emerged again. The 1972 double die obverse is one of the most famous modern varieties. The doubling is strong on the date and liberty, giving it striking character. A high-grade 1972 double die can sell for $300 to $700, sometimes even more, and yes, even though it's modern, its beauty and rarity keep it valuable today. 1982 copper to zinc transition. A huge change happened in 1982. The mint stopped using mostly copper and began making pennies from zinc with a thin copper coating. That means 1982 pennies can be either 3.11 grams, copper, or 2.5 grams. Both look the same, but collectors know that copper ones are worth more. Finding the rare 1982 small date copper cent can mean finding a coin worth $10,000 to $20,000 today. The 1990s to 2000s modern cents. Through the 1990s and 2000s, most pennies were produced in massive numbers, but that doesn't mean there aren't treasures. Error coins, off-center strikes, and double dies still turn up, sometimes worth hundreds or thousands. Collectors especially look for 1992 close AM and 1999 wide AM varieties. Small design spacing differences that can make a penny worth over $500 to $2,000. The 2009 bicentennial designs. In 2009, to mark 200 years since Lincoln's birth, the Mint released 4 special designs showing scenes from his life, his birthplace, formative years, professional life, and presidency. These coins reignited public interest in collecting pennies. Some proof and error 2009 coins now trade for $50 to $200, especially in high-grade mint sets. The 2010 Shield penny. In 2010, the penny received a new look, the Union Shield reverse, representing Lincoln's preservation of the United States. This modern design is still in use today, but even these new coins can surprise collectors. High-grade proof Shield cents or coins with minting errors are starting to climb in value as collectors look for new rarities. The market value and today's collecting boom. Now, let's talk about today's market, where Lincoln pennies, depending on rarity and grade, can reach incredible values. A simple cent from your pocket could be worth $100, $1,000, or even more if it's the right variety. The current market for rare Lincoln pennies is booming, with coins selling at auction for $787.97, $2,500, even over $100,000 for top pieces. Collectors around the world are searching for Liberty coins and Lincoln varieties, making this the best time ever to learn, collect, and treasure. Final thoughts from Top Liberty COINS. And there you have it, the complete story of the Lincoln penny. From 1909 to today, each small coin tells a piece of America's story, from copper to steel, from wheat to memorial, from 1 cent to worth thousands. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Top Liberty Coins for more amazing stories about rare coins, hidden treasures, and the surprising value hiding in your pocket change. Keep your eyes open, your magnifier ready, and your passion for history alive, because the next $787.97 coin could be sitting right in your hand.